Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I'm going to do the last vlog I'm going to do for February. This is Monday the 24th. Happy Twin Peaks Day. If you know, you know. It's raining a lot, so of course my hair is destroyed because it was, unlike normal Oregon winter weather, it was pouring when I got to work, so I got drenched on the way into work, and then it rained off and on, so there were certain periods where it was just pouring, and then sometimes it was drizzling, and then it got sunny for a little while, and then of course it started pouring, of course, right when I was gonna leave. So it's destroyed. Anyway, so that's so weather-wise, it was a rainy, really, really rainy day today. A lot of water on the road. So a lot of water came down, which is not typical for Oregon. You know, like there are downpours that you have like in the Midwest, which is you get a lot in a short amount of time because it's just pouring. I'm sure that happens in other parts of the world, but I'm just going off of my experiences. And then, but here it doesn't do that often. So when it does through a day like that, we got probably a lot of water of rain today. Anyway, so I'm going to do a reading vlog for the rest of the month of February. So I thought I'd talk about what books I'm reading, and then I have a couple of books that came in that probably came in last week, but I forgot to check my mailbox, so oops. Anyway, so I am currently rereading Crusade by Taylor Anderson. I'm reading this physically, so I am 160 pages in, so I made a pretty good dent yesterday, but I could have read a lot more if I just focused, but I didn't. Of course, it got really good at the end, so where I was gonna go to bed, and I stayed up to finish another section. So anyway, this is an alternate history action adventure with men from a crew from World War II on a destroyer, one of the Stackers that was actually from World War I, but so they were put into service in 1942 because there just wasn't very much available in the Asiatic fleet, and they go through a squall during a battle, and they end up in an alternate world where evolution took a different course, and so they meet allies and they go after other things. I don't know what the cat is hitting over here. What are you doing? Anyway, sorry. Anyway, so this has a great ensemble crew. I just love it. And again, this is a reread. Cat, get away from my stuff. He's going after my chapstick. Stop it. So anyway, so I'm rereading it because I've read the first 4 books, the first 3 of them several times, and I've just never gotten past after book 4, and there's no reason for that. But every time I want to restart it because I wait too long between books. So I'm hoping this year to get through at least half of the series. So I restarted it last month with the first book, Into the Storm, and this month I'm doing book 2, which is Crusade. So again, as I said, I'm almost halfway, because it's almost 400 pages, I think, or just over 400. It's 404. So I am, yeah, about 42 pages short of halfway. So I'm about 40-some%, I'm sure. Anyway, so I'm making progress on this. I don't expect, this is probably going to take a couple more days because I only read physical. If I do read physical at work, it's on my breaks, and then of course when I get home. So it's going to take a while to get through that. Anyway, but today I did feel like picking up an audiobook. Now, my last vlog had no audiobooks because I did not feel like starting anything or listening to anything I already started. I just didn't feel like it. I needed a break. So I had 4 days off from it. But I started this morning The Kiss Countdown by Etta Easton. I listened to the audio from Libby by Angel Pien, and this was really good. I really enjoyed this, and I finished it on probably about 2 miles from my house. I was on the way home. So I really, really enjoyed this. It was just, it's only, how do I want to say that? It is a first person perspective, just one POV though. And we're following, why did the names go out of my head right when I was going, Emery and Vincent. And Vincent is an astronaut, and Emery is kind of down and out at first. She just has a lot of things going on in her personal life with losing her job and trying to start her own business now, and things that happened with her, broke up with her boyfriend, and her parents have left town for a while to go on a trip, and her mom has had some health problems. So she has like a lot of things going on. And Vincent, of course, is gearing up to go on a moon mission. And so he, in a few months, is going to go on a moon mission. And they kind of have this, like, well, not quite meet cute, but, you know, they meet at the coffee shop. And then the second time they meet at the coffee shop, she kind of pretends he's her boyfriend. And then his sister overhears. And then so she thinks she's the girlfriend that they haven't seen with Vincent. So they go into a fake dating and figure out how to do this, and to deal with mostly with his family, because but it was really, so there's, there's a lot of fake dating stuff involved. I liked the way the two characters grew to, first know each other and then get to know each other and like each other, and I liked the slow burn of it. Until it got a little bit more steamy, but it's not super steamy, just, there's a little bit, yes. But I liked a lot of the way, we got to understand why the characters did certain things. Mostly we got from her point of view, yes. And I was a little upset with her with, when it came to the third act thing, or why things happened, but I also understood, like, you know what I mean? So, but I love the ending, and I really enjoyed it. So it was really a fun time. I don't think it's like fantastic or anything, but I think it was just a good time. Like, I think it did what it meant to do, and I really love the characters that we got to meet, and I love her best friend. It was just awesome. I mean, her and Emery would just, the way that Gina knew her best friend, like, would call her out on certain things, was just funny. It was hilarious. Anyway, I think this was her debut novel from what I found I read. Maybe I misunderstood that, but I think there's another book coming out in another month or next month or something. So I might look into that, and I might be getting that, because I really did enjoy this. I enjoyed, I did like all the space stuff in there too. It was kind of cute, but it was like not a huge part of it. It's mostly their relationship and the family, and their own things going on. So I really enjoyed that. So anyway, I listened to that today and enjoyed that. So Cooper is here, of course, like in the way of everything. Why, baby? Anyway, so I got two books today, or two things today. I got one book and something else. So I did get my copy of The Convenience Store by the Sea by Sonoko Machida, which is translated by Bruno Navasky. I love the fact that it's written on the front cover. Anyway, so this is another one of those feel good. This one's like a little neighborhood grocery store, but I don't know what happens. It was one of those that came up when I was looking up other ones. I haven't seen anybody read this one. There's a cat right there, though. I need to read some of these. I just put them. I read one or two of them in January, and then February I didn't let myself read very many translated work, so I need to pick up another one. So anyway, this is translated from Japanese. I got this from Blackwell's because I don't think it's out here yet, or in the US yet. I don't know. Or for some reason I picked it out. Anyway, I did get my Kickstarter for the Black Rose auction, which Katie Robert and Jenny Norback? I never can say her name. Nordback. So they have done several different Kickstarters. The last one was Pirates. The one before that was a demon market of some sort. And then this one's an auction. Anyway, I have not read any of the books this time. I have them all the ebooks, because I got the ebooks as well earlier last year. But this is, I got the paperbacks. I don't know if I can get those out. Let me pull them out. Hold on. Okay, so I got the paperbacks. I didn't want to pay for the hardbacks. I bought hardbacks last time, and I'm like, I didn't need hardbacks. So it has like Katie Robert Wicked Pursuit, which I do have As I said, I have the ebook. I might even have an audiobook copy. But I have, and then R.M. Virtue's Divine Intervention. So they're like fairy tale retellings is what I remember. Hers was, I don't remember now. You know what? I don't remember. And the cat has to walk across me and be in the way. Stolen Vows by Sav R. Miller. And Irresistible Devil by Jenny Norbeck. Sarah Kate, Shattered Innocence. I think that's a Cinderella one. And Nana Malone, Royal Heart. I don't know, but they're really pretty. So, anyway, so that Kickstarter just came in. I paid for that last year, as I said. I am getting another copy, I think, of this one with the, well, Katie Robert for sure, but I think it's the same Divine Intervention. I'm getting a copy through Katie Robert, her Patreon, which I subscribe to. So anyway, so those should be fun, and I should read them. And again, I have them all on ebook already, but I haven't read them yet. Because again, I just forgot about them. So I will probably try to get to those at some point. But those just came in. So, oops, I'm sorry. As I try to do two things at once, then I shouldn't. Anyway, that's it. So this damage doesn't, this one doesn't, these ones don't count because I paid for them last year. So they don't count. They're not on my book haul. Like, they'll be in my book haul, like, but they don't count because I paid for them last year. That doesn't happen very often, but it does sometimes. Anyway, so that's it for now. So I am going to settle in here. It's just, as I said, it's just about 5 o'clock now. So I'm going to watch some booktube. I'm going to read some Crusade. That's probably going to be my evening. And that's kind of it. I don't know what I'm going to pick for an audiobook tomorrow. I mean, today I just picked the Kiss Countdown just on a whim. I mean, I had the audiobook from the library, so I knew I wanted to read it. I was going to try to read it by the end of the month, but I wasn't sure I would. And it wasn't a sequel, so yes, I did kind of break that. But I had it. And I needed something light, and I thought it'd be easier to just do a romance that wasn't connected to anything. So that's why I did that today. So anyway, I think that's it. I will check in with you guys probably tomorrow because I'm not finishing Crusade tonight. What are you doing, kitty? He's purring and touching my hair. Anyway, so it is Tuesday afternoon. I've been home just a little bit. I had to run a few errands after work, and then I picked up Mod Pizza, which was really good. My coworker mentioned it, that he had gone there yesterday and he had leftovers and it smelled good. And I'm like, I haven't been there in a year. So I went and got that. Anyway, and now I'll have leftovers for tomorrow. Work was fine. It's a normal Tuesday, nothing too, crazy. So I think I made it through. I was hoping for more work, but it just never kind of materialized. And I'm not making the mistake of I made last week or the week before when I asked for work. Anyway, I mean, I did stuff, but it's not stuff I like to do all the time. Anyway, Cooper has to get his tail in this shot. Anyway, so, yeah. Anyway, so today I'm just kind of out of it. Anyway, so, audiobook-wise, I did listen to some. I was at first not sure I was going to listen to one this morning. I was kind of on the fence last night. I'm like, I have so many to choose from that I own and that I have out from Libby. I have a couple that have come in recently. And this morning, the one that came in was one that's in this bind up, Forbidden Games by Katie Robert. It is the second one. Let's see if I can find which is, Make Me Crave. So I read Make Me Want earlier in the month. The audiobook I was able to get from the library pretty quickly. From Libby, and then this one, it was out like 5 or 6 weeks, and it just appeared this morning. So I was like, well, let's just listen to it because I know other people want to listen to it. So I did it. That was my first thing that I listened to this morning, which it took me a little time because I was at work. I can't listen to all the sexy time sometimes at work during certain things. Anyway, but I did enjoy it overall. Again, I like Katie Robert enough even to read some of her older, kind of more Harlequin. I think this was the Dare line. I'm not sure, but I think that's what the pictures from the ebooks show. But anyway, again, these bind-ups just came out last year, and I just got this one a week or two ago from eBay because I couldn't get it physically. I couldn't buy it here for some reason. So I have a UK version. But anyway, I liked the first one, and this one I liked about the same. So these are not like the greatest things I ever read, but I like Katie Roberts so much that I like to read everything that she's written. So I'm making my way through this. I still have 2 more in this series, which I have that bind above, Illicit Temptations, but I don't have audiobooks for those. At least not my library doesn't yet. I have to look to see if they're coming out or they just don't have them, or I should ask for them. I don't know. I'll have to find out. They don't have them yet, so I'm gonna have to look. But I did listen to the second one of this today, and I did enjoy it. This one is following Allie, who has a business and a nonprofit that are very much connected and very, very important to her. But she is starting to lose money, and she is worried about that she'll have to close down. But she has there's investors who are trying to get attached to her business and take over, and she doesn't want to just hand it over. And so she's having money troubles, and she is trying to avoid people who, want to try to buy her interest, or buy into her business and then change it, and she doesn't want that. So Roman is one of those people who is trying to get a hold of her to talk to her about his client, but he can't tell her who the client is. He has a non-disclosure, but he knows that it would help her, but he, he's out for his buck, but he also wants to find her. And she goes on this vacation with her friend that's been planned for a really long time. So she goes to this little Caribbean island for a week-long vacation, and she decides to do it because she's not been on a vacation in over 10 years, and her friend forces her to go, pretty much, her friends. So, but she gets there, and Roman follows her because he wants to make this deal, and he is so sure that he is in the right kind of thing. And he manipulates his way onto the island and gets his own place there. And then they run into each other, but they don't know who each other is at the time. And they, have a one-night stand that's pretty, very, very explicit. And then they find out who they are, and that, of course, goes really badly. But they come to this kind of decision not to talk about business, but to have kind of a weak fling kind of thing. So it was kind of funny because I have read another book that kind of did that, but they weren't that alike. But, it was funny. I read it earlier this month, Only for the Week, by Natasha Bishop, which I really love that one. So anyway, but that's different. It's a different feel. But this one was, again, it was really short. It's only about 160 some pages, and it was a fun ride. Like, again, it had of what happened on the island and then what happens in the aftermath, and it was just a simple kind of love story kind of thing. I did have a problem a little bit with the main female character in the way that she kind of did something that the main character in The Final Countdown did, which was kind of run when things got a little too tough. And it wasn't like it was that tough. It's just they wouldn't listen. So it was kind of funny. I read 2 books that did that kind of back to back, or pretty close to back to back. Anyway, but I did, or back to back, I did. Anyway, so I did enjoy this. This was narrated by Samantha Cook. I think she did a fair job. It wasn't, I think it was just a fun, short, very sexy read. So if you're into that and you like Katie Robert, I think they're fun. I don't think these are the greatest thing ever or going to blow you away, but they were just fun. Like, it was a very light read that I had this morning. And then, but I finished this book that I bought this month, so that counts. That's great. And then I picked up my classic for the month, which I meant to pick up, earlier this month, but I was like almost sure I wasn't even going to get to it. But I found a copy on Audible Plus for The Black Tulip by Alexander Dumas. This is translated from the French by David Coward. He did most of the translations that I read for the D'Artagnan romances. So it felt very Dumas when I was reading this. So the audiobook is done by Jonathan Freed. And so this is kind of a weird historical fiction. It's one of his shortest things. Or it is his shortest novel. So this was published in 1850, and it is, but it takes place in 1672 in Holland. So the first part is really political. So as long as you get past the first few chapters, then it gets kind of exciting for some action, and then we kind of switch gears and we follow the godson of a man whose political ambitions didn't end well, and he has some papers in his possession that he didn't know that could be damning, and he is pretty much caught with them, and he didn't have any idea. He is consumed with the tulip industry, and he is trying to compete to make the first black tulip to win this prize money. He doesn't need the money. He is very wealthy. But he's on his own, and that's his whole passion is the tulips, and he gets pulled into this kind of political thing, and he is sent or arrested for what his godfather had left with him, and then it kind of goes from there, and it's kind of a weird journey. So far, I am 158 pages in. So I have about 80 pages left. So I'm curious to see where it goes. The tulip is a really big part of this because of his obsession with tulips, but it's also him being, arrested and jailed, and him dealing with that, but also his feelings for somebody that he meets there. And it's kind of funny at times, because he is so obsessed with the tulips. Anyway, it has some humor in it. There's some brutal parts with the beginning part, and but it's still kind of funny. So I'm gonna, as I said, I got to the point right where I was gonna leave work, and I was like, I'm not listening to this on the way home. I needed a break. But I will finish this tomorrow, and I will get that done, because it's another Alexander Dumas book that I have read. I did pick, like I said, the shortest one, but so I'll work on that tomorrow. And I am also still working on Crusade. I did read a little bit at lunch. So I am at 226. So I think I got to 210 last night. Something close to that. So I think I read about 15, 16 pages for lunch. And one of my breaks, I think I did. The rest of it, I was, as I said, I listened to the audiobooks when I was working. So anyway, this is really going well. I'm not going to finish it tonight because it's almost 6 o'clock. But I'm hoping, I would love to get 75 pages more and get to 300, but I don't know if I can do that, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try to get as close as there as I can. I probably won't make it, because the book reads, as I said, it's pretty dense, and not dense in a good way. There's a lot of description and a lot of characters and a lot of stuff going on, and I'm paying attention to it even though it's a reread. So hopefully I'll make a dent. I still want to get it done by the end of the month and the end of the week, but we will see. So then the last thing here is I did get one of my pre-orders in from this week, and that is Green Teeth by Molly O'Neill. I picked this up on a whim because it is a debut novel, and it is about a monster with with needle-sharp teeth in this lake, and an angry mob throws a witch into her lake, and instead of eating the witch, she and the witch kind of become friends. And then there's something going on with the new pastor in town, and I think they're gonna gang up and do something. I don't know. I'm not sure if this is part of a series or not. It doesn't say so far, but it says it's cozy fantasy that is a tale of folk Lore, Fae, and Found Family. Just sounds good. Anyway, so I just got that in the mail. I'm hoping to pick that up hopefully soon, since I pre-ordered it. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry. Oh, I'm gonna stop. Oh, okay. Anyway, that's it. That's my update. So anyway, it's, as I said, I'm gonna just chill out here. That's about all I want to do tonight. I'm trying to talk myself into starting my taxes tomorrow after work, but we'll see. I'm not sure. Well, I'm not sure. Anyway, I am going to watch some BookTube and read Crusade. So, and again, I don't know what I'm going to pick up tomorrow if I get this audiobook done, because it won't take. I have just over an hour left on the audio. Is it an hour and a half? I have an hour and a half, I think, or something like that. But I don't know what I'm going to pick up next. So we will see. I will make a decision tomorrow. I don't know. I might take something else with me, or just check what I have and do that. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Anyway, I will check in tomorrow. Hey guys, so it is now Wednesday afternoon. I'm just home from work. And no, I'm not going to do my taxes. I will just wait till the weekend. I just thought, well, I might save a little money by doing it in February, but I don't want to do it. And I'm not going to do it today, for sure. Tomorrow, I could change my mind. Anyway, I thought I would say where I'm at since I finished something, and then I think I'm going to finish another thing, and then I'm in the middle of something. So I did finish The Black Tulip by Alexander Dumas. So this was really... it was fun in a little ways. I still think that the first couple chapters, you just have to be aware that they're the most political part of this. There is political stuff later as well, but it's pretty, like, at first it kind of just throws you into the deep end. I didn't know anything about Holland in 1672. I don't know anything about William the Orange and stuff with that. So, I mean, if you know that stuff, maybe you'd enjoy this a lot more than I did. The Black Tulip is the theme through here of trying to develop this black tulip, and what happens with certain instances that are kind of coincidental, but they lead to disaster, and then they can also bring things around in the end. I really enjoyed this. Overall, it wasn't great. Like, it's not a new favorite or anything like that, but I'm glad I read it. It definitely makes me want to pick up some of the other Alexander Dumas books that I have that I haven't got to. I still need to finish the last of the D'Artagnan romances, but technically it's just kind of a insert, but it's still, I need to read that, the Red Sphinx soon, just not next month. They'll probably, maybe April or May, we'll see. But I did enjoy getting to this one. I'm glad I picked it up as my classic I wanted to get to this month, and I actually finished it, since I didn't finish the last one. That I kind of put that down on my card of shame because I just couldn't get through it. But I did get through this one, and the audiobook I listened to again was by Jonathan Freed, and I think I got it, as I said, on Audible Plus, or it was really, really cheap on Audible. I don't know what it was, but it was a good audio. It wasn't bad or anything. And anyway, so I really enjoyed that. It was historical fiction by, a classic writer, and one of my favorites. So anyway, I'm glad I got through it, even if it's not like going to be a favorite. Anyway, so I did like that. And then I am 40 pages from the end of Crusade. This is my reread of the Destroyer Man series. So book 2. So I'm gonna get that done tonight. I think I can do 40 pages. Especially now that I've decided I'm not doing my taxes. Anyway, I'll just deal with it on a weekend. I just don't want to do it during the week. Today was a long day at work, and it just was because it was so boring. I didn't have as many, a lot of interactions. I had very few interactions. I did a lot of computer work, and I just didn't get to talk to a lot of people for very much. So and all my deliveries came early, which is usually great, but then I didn't have anything in the afternoon at all. So it was really boring. Anyway, so, but I did get to read on my breaks with this and lunch. So I did make a little progress from where I ended yesterday. I was over 300 pages last night. So I was really close. I got over what my goal was to get to 300. I didn't think I'd make that. And I did read quite a bit. So, as I said, I have 40 pages. So something just happened, and it is funny, but I always tear up in this book. Well, not funny. You'd think that because I have read this at least 3 or 4 times, I'm thinking this is my 4th time, but it could be just the 3rd time. But every time there's a series of events that happened, and they all happened yesterday in my reading, where certain characters that you have met, you know, they don't all make it. And because this is a very action-packed, I do want to say that this is very military. Like, if you do not like reading about battles and about ships and about being on the ocean, or, you know, in a, well, it's a small, the sea, you know, it's the Java Sea, and things happening with that, and battles on land as well. And you'd have to be in that mood for it. And as I said, I think he does a really good job with his action. And again, this is my favorite ensemble cast of all time, just because, and you have to also deal with, like, it's 90% men. So you also have to deal with that at this point in the series. I think later in the series, things will change, but right now there are very few female lead characters in here. So just so you know, but I still am really excited to finish this, but I did tear up a couple times last night and one time today. So it surprises me that it still gets me. So it's one of those books just for me, maybe, but it did get me again. Anyway, so I'm going to finish off the last 40 pages, and then I will not let myself pick up the reread for Maelstrom yet. That'll be end of March is my goal. So I want to try to keep them like a month apart so that I'm enjoying it, but I also am looking forward to it. Does that make sense? Anyway, so then I had an audiobook from the library that came in. I did ask for this after David Lynch passed away. So that is Room to Dream by David Lynch and Christine McKenna. So I have the audiobook out from the library. I did ask for the physical book as well earlier today when I decided to read this, but it wasn't, they didn't pull it, so I didn't want to go to the library and confuse their system. So it'll probably show, I'll probably get an email now that I'm home that it's on the hold shelf, but I checked all day and it didn't do it. So they must just be shorthanded today, which is fine. But this is his memoir, but it, just like David Lynch's with like everything, he does it in a different way. So Christina McKenna writes part of the chapter, and it's her telling David's story in chronological order, and she hits all the major points and things about, you know, where he lived, where, you know, with his parents, and then when he was out in high school and college, and, you know, how he got into movies and things. And then so there'll be like a certain section of time, and then he comes on and he tells like little vignettes of stories of that time period. So some of it is a little repeated. Kitty, could you give me a minute? Anyway, but it gives like little vignettes of his life. He just gives little stories. So if you have heard his voice and stuff, it's good to hear him saying this. This came out in 2018. So, I mean, it has been a little bit, but so far, again, we're up to where Eraserhead was just finished. So I got about 37% in, and then I just had to stop because it was a biography, and I was getting just a little fatigued from, again, getting his story, which is pretty matter of fact. She would just do, you know, bullet point, and then he would be kind of like all over the place and telling stories in his way. And there are some interesting things, like it is interesting because, you know, I knew he had lived in interesting, like little tidbits of how he looked at life and, you know, everything, because I love all the way his films are and stuff. And it's very interesting to see how he thinks of some of those things and how matter-of-factly some things come out in the other part. So it's a different kind of biography than I'm used to, but I did about 37%, and then I'm like, okay, I need a break. So I will probably read this a little bit here and there. I do have it for another couple weeks, so from the library. And I said, I don't know if there are pictures in the book. The reason, that's why I got the book from the library, so I'll hopefully go pick that up tomorrow. We'll see. They said they had a copy. It just, anyway, so that was kind of I guess I'm trying to listen to some different things here at the end of the month, because I did so many series you know, in the last couple weeks, that I was doing a lot of sequels and starting series and continuing series and stuff. So I thought I would, as I said, that was a biography. So And it's like it's almost 500 pages. So it's a long one too. This is not short. When I say 37%, I did probably close to 180 pages today, but of listening. And then I just like, okay, I need to stop, which is fine. So anyway, and then the last thing, I just want to kind of show off a little bit. So I don't know if you guys remember, I think I bought it in the fall, like October. Was I vlogging in October? I don't remember. I might have been. I don't remember. But I did get a purse that I was trying to go a little smaller than what my other purse was and try something different. And I got this really kind of pretty purse. The house is not a home without books and cats. And again, it came with my name on it. Anyway, I paid for that. But it was just, it's a small little purse. And it just barely fits the wallet that I got that comes with that you buy separately, of course, and then like only a couple items. So I can, it's the same thing anyway. So it's a smaller wallet, and so it's just a small purse. And so I wanted something smaller because my last one was kind of big and chunky. And then so now it's been, as I said, it's been about 5 months, and I had a coupon, or not a coupon. I had a gift card that I got when I bought that. There was a deal going on at the time, and I got $40 to spend for another purchase. Well, I wasn't sure I was going to, because I was like, I don't love this purse. Like it's a little stiff, and it's like, again, it's still just a tad too small. So I decided to buy the one size up, thinking, oh, it'll just be a little bit bigger, and then maybe I can get a book in there, because right now I have to take my books in a book bag, which I have plenty of them. It's not like I don't have those, but it's an extra thing I have to carry from my car into work. So I was trying to get back to having, maybe I use the small one most of the time, but the big one would be when I know I need to carry a book with me. So I got a different one, and it's way bigger. So I just did the one size up, but it's like, I don't know, like almost, it's huge. Anyway, but it says, in a world of bookworms, be a book dragon. So I just thought it was cute. It has a little reading dragon with glasses. Yeah. And then again, my name is on it. So anyway, this is the notebook bags. If you want to look them up, they're just cute. I mean, this one's a little bit more give to, like it's a little more open. I'm not sure about the straps yet. There's 2 straps, like these ones, and then there's these ones, which again, I do like having the multiple. I just don't know if I want multiple here. We'll see how it goes. At first I thought it was like too small, but no, it fits. It's fine. But it's a good size, so I can at least get my wallet and everything. Like, this is what I would grab more things. This is not going to be an everyday purse. This is going to be my, maybe when I want to take a book or two somewhere. I didn't need that, and as I said, I didn't, they're not cheap, but I also had $40 off. So that pretty much paid for a good, not like a third of it or whatever, like it was with the shipping. And again, I had them put my name on it because I didn't want that just blank that space. So I paid the $7 for that. Anyway, point is that I said I like them, but they're not perfect. But I do like having the bigger one if I do want to take like a book with me somewhere, or something else. Because again, I can't right now, like, so I might be using the bigger one during the summer because I can't get my sunglasses in the smaller bag. There's just not enough room. It doesn't fit my sunglasses case. And I have to have the case because I have regular glasses that I have to switch out. So anyway, yeah. Girls with glasses will understand. Those who we have to wear them all the time. I need space. Anyway, so yeah, maybe not again, in a month of not my best purchases, that was just another one that I probably shouldn't have bought. But I did have a coupon or a gift card for part of it, so I didn't spend quite as much money. But again, it's not like I needed it, but I wanted it. So as February has been rough in the money department. So March is going to be very, very sparse because I will be forking out a lot of money for my trip. So hopefully there won't be that many BookSpot and other items and special editions and stuff, because that's definitely something I need to stop. Anyway. Anyway, so that's it for now. I will come back to you maybe after I finish this and decide what I'm going to read next, because I don't know what I'm going to read physically next, because I don't want to read anything too long, because I want to make sure I'm done Friday so that on Saturday I can start my March TBR. So, and again, while this is out, I have both my videos up, and so I have March of the Mammoths and March Mystery Madness. Things are happening. My buddy read starts on Saturday as well, and I want to start my March of the Mammoths, because those are big books, and I'd like to get to at least more than one. So if I start one first off, then I have a chance, right? We'll see. Anyway, so I don't know what I'm going to pick between now and then. Again, I have many, many, many books to choose from, so we will see where my mood takes me. I don't think it'll be a reread. I think it will be something new, because I have been rereading. So we'll see. I'm not sure. Oh, I do. This is a long update, but I did try the Zodiac Academy, The Awakening on audio today. I did get the graphic audio. I didn't realize I had that one's the one that was available at my library, and so I thought I'd try it because everybody's talking about Zodiac Academy again. Maybe because it finally finished. I don't know. And it's been one I'm not really big into bully anything, let alone bully romance. Like, it's just not my thing. But everybody keeps talking about it, and I was like, okay, I should at least try it, because there's been some that I swore I would never read, and then I broke down and actually read them, and then they were pretty good. So yes, Cooper has jumped up on me. Sorry. Such a pain. I've only been home 10 minutes, whatever. Anyway, well, 20 now, since, you know. So I tried the graphic audio, and I just have to tell you, I do not like graphic audios. Not that the production's bad, and not, the story, I'm pretty sure it's not for me. I mean, right off the writing, I'm like, man, I don't know about this. But again, it's because it's a graphic audio, it's like supposed to be like a movie in your ears. I don't like all that extra stuff. I am very much when I listen to audiobooks, I want what's written. I don't want to miss things. Like, I want the descriptions. I want what actually that character is thinking when we're in their head. Like, I want all that. And I think graphic audios are great for those who need that bridge between visual and audio, and I think they're done really well. I do want to try the Kate Daniels ones by Ilona Andrews, because I have that. I'm on hold for that from the library. I have the Magic Bites. I would really like to reread the series that I read quite a few years ago with Tia at Genres and Journals. But I really want to reread that series here, maybe next year. But I wanted to try the graphic audios to see if I'd like those. And again, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to, which is why I got it from I'm on the list from the library. But they only have like a copy or two, so I'm like 6 weeks out. So it'll be a while before I get to try that. But I did want to say I did try Zodiac Academy. And I just listened to the first chapter, and I was just like, no, this is not for me. And I know it gets better. Everybody says that. It's just, I don't know. There was, and again, it could have been the graphic audio part of it, but I was just like, no, this is not for me. And yeah, I think that's just one series I will let go. I think I'm good. I think I have enough other series that I could attack that that would be worth more of my time. I know people love that series, and I know people who are binge it, and they're long books near the end, and there's huge books, and then there's offshoots and everything, but I'm just like, yeah, not for me. Anyway, that's it. That's it. There's so much. I'm gonna go sit on the couch now with my poor Cooper, who thinks he's so neglected as he purrs and rubs against me here. He is such a baby. Anyway, and then Truman will come and sit with us too, because I'll be out on the couch. I'm sure he might have been wandering in and out. I don't know where he is right now, but anyway, I'm gonna go sit on the couch. I'll have to decide what I want for dinner. I think I'm gonna try to finish this first, and then figure out dinner. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have anything easy to make. I'd have to make something. Would it be lazy if I just made a sandwich and then made another sandwich that I take for work tomorrow? Anyway, I'll check in with you guys later. Hey guys, so I did finish Crusade. It's like almost 9 o'clock now, so it's been, you know, over probably about an hour and a half. Yeah, it's probably about an hour and a half, and then, so I had dinner really late because I waited until I was done. And then, it just took me longer to read it than I thought it would because I was enjoying it and watching BookTube, though it's, you know, like I was switching back and forth. So anyway, and I did make a sandwich for dinner, and then I made a sandwich for tomorrow. So lunch is done. I put together. Anyway, so again, anyway, I finished my reread, really enjoyed that, and I now am ready to go on to the third one, and I get to read that at the end of March. So, I wasn't sure what I was going to pick up physically. As I said, I kind of was looking around, but I decided to go with Beg, Borrow, or Steal by Sarah Adams, which is the next book in the When in Rome or Rome, Kentucky series that she does. The first book was When in Rome. The second one was Practice Makes Perfect. And I loved both of those books. And I've loved every book so far I've read of hers. I do still have her 4 older titles to get to. I have them all, but I got them last year as they were re-released with a publisher. I think they were indie published. Maybe they're indie published before. I don't remember. But anyway, I still have those 4 to read. So I do have to read those. But this is my pre-order from this year. So I do want to read this because it's a pre-order. And I'm trying to be better about reading my pre-orders within a couple months of when they come in. And so this came in January. So this would be another one to get done. So, and we're following Emily, who is one of the sisters in this family that we're following people from. And Jack they're both second grade school teachers. And they've been kind of antagonists since college and then through working as well. They just, you know, something obviously sets them off about each other. But we're gonna see. There's a lot of themes in here. I wasn't expecting it. I mean, I should have maybe, but I didn't really read. It didn't matter. I just bought it. You know what I mean? So we'll see. I'm only in chapter 2, so I've only had her perspective so far. We're gonna get his in the next chapter. So there is a little multimedia. There's some emails and stuff. I think they're on summer break and they both are trying to write novels. I don't know. I think that's part of it. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do. Read at least another little bit more before I go to bed. And then that'll be my physical read for the next few days. However long it takes me to read it. I'm really excited that I'm finally got to it. It just takes me time sometimes after I buy something. It sits there and then I stare at it for a while and then finally I'll pick it up. That just seems to be my habit of it. Even if it's something I know I wanted to read right away. It's very rare for me to actually pick up a book that I just bought. I do it. I mean, obviously this month a couple of times I've done that, but not that often. It really does take me a little bit. Oh. Anyway, that's it. I will check in with you tomorrow. Okay, so it is Thursday and it's after work and I'm in a parking lot. Can we guess what store I'm near? Yeah, I know month has been bad for me. And it's still bad. But, you know, I spent a lot of money this month, but I decided to do one last splurge before March. Because March I am going to knuckle down and track everything I buy so I can justify it. And I know that the books that I want at Barnes & Noble are not justifiable. So we're going to buy them in February where I've already written off so much. I've already done a lot. So anyway, I'm going to go get a couple books and we'll see what I get. I don't know. Okay, guys, I meant to come back after I got home, but then I got on the phone with my parents and we started talking about one thing and then it kind of went to another thing. And then, you know, we were talking about stuff for our trip and blah, 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 you know. Anyway, so real quick, the cats are going to cry since I've been home for a little bit, but then as I said, I got distracted. So I did read Butcher and Blackbird today, or listened to this at work, by Bryn Weaver. The narrators were Lucy Rivers and Joe Arden. It was a really fun time. I really, really enjoyed this book. I just laughed, and I have to give it 5 stars because I was just laughing so much. And I know that a lot of people said that, and that's why a lot of people liked this book. They found it really funny. It is really morbid funny. And there's certain things I will never look at the same way. But I just like the story of how they have this competition of killing other serial killers. But, you know, they're kind of the good guys because they take out the bad ones. It's just kind of funny. And then their relationship. And I really enjoyed it. I was, you know, there are certain parts of it that I didn't know where this was going. And it's very spicy when it does get to that point. But it's pretty far into it before that happens, but I still really, really enjoyed this. So I did listen to this today at work. And so I went to Barnes & Noble and picked up a few books. One of them was Leather and Lark, which is book 2. And this is the Ruinous Love trilogy. So I already started the audiobook for this because I had gotten that as well. So this is following Sloane and Roman. Is it? No, I'm reading too many books now. Sorry. Sloane and Rowan. They're all so close. I've had 3 of the main male characters I've read recently have been Rome, Roman, and Rowan. So I'm so confused. Anyways, so Lark is a friend of Sloane's, the main female character's best friends, and then Lachlan is the brother to Rowan. So anyways, it's pretty much following the siblings, because I also bought the 3rd one, which follows Finian, something like that, and Rose, which I'm really looking forward to this one because just the clips we've gotten so far. So I'm 5 pages in. I've read the prologue and then 5 pages. So I didn't get very far. My phone acted up right on the way home listening to stuff. You couldn't hear anything. So I had to shut it all down and then restart it. So anyway, I'm looking forward to this. I'm thinking they're all like, I'm not sure how this is going to connect with these ones, except for the characters. I know there's a circus involved. That's about all I know. And the other guy's, the one's a doctor. So I don't know. But this one is kind of special agent kind of killer. And then the other one, she's kind of the same as Sloane. Anyway, yeah, I didn't expect to do that. But I just adored this so much. I had to go out and get the other ones. And this one just came out like a week or two, a couple weeks ago. I don't know. It came out this last month. And so in February. So I just got it. And it was, yeah. I had some points or rewards from Barnes & Noble, which is why I got that. And then I got The Spare by Ava Rani, I think. This is the first in the Biotech Billionaires novel. So this is a billionaire romance. But I liked it because the main female character is Indian American. So from India, I believe. And so I thought that was a different twist. I hadn't seen that. And there she's doing she's not the heir to the fortune, so she's the spare. But she is trying to prove herself for the company, trying to get stuff done. And then her brother's, who is the heir, his best friend is doing something, and I don't know if they're going for the same thing, but they have some untalked about feelings or something. So anyway, I saw this on Brittany Loves Reading. I think that's her channel name. I'll have her linked down below. She and I don't read a lot of the same things, but she read this just a little while ago and really, really enjoyed it. So it was on my radar and I saw it there and I just decided to get it because I could. Anyway, because so March is going to be not a lot of book spot. Let's just put it that way. But I super, super enjoyed this. And I think it's a acquired taste. You have to like the morbid human in here. And I think if you just listen to the audiobook or read the first couple pages, you will know if you get along with this or not. I just, again, it's people being serial killers of serial killers kind of thing, and then having kind of a little competition and then getting closer. It was so good. So I am really looking forward to continuing with Leather and Lark, and we'll see if I go straight on to Scythe and Sparrow. I don't know yet. I might need a break after that, but I'm going right into this one because I just can't help myself. So we'll see. And then again, I got the error just whenever I get to that. I only got to like 44 pages of Beg, Borrow, and Steal last night, so we will continue reading that tonight. I'm not really I listened to all of Butcher and Blackbird today, so I'm not really feeling like reading a lot, but we will see. And I did have like a nightmare, which is really funny. Actually, I had a dream that had to do with this book. Like, I was thinking about things that this book has brought up in my mind, and then it kind of switched to a nightmare, which I woke up and I was just shaking, and I haven't had like a nightmare in like, I don't know, years. And it was just because it felt so real because of what I was feeling, because, you know, it was not good. Anyway, point is, I don't think it's the book's fault. I think it's just, it has brought up a couple things that, I'm not sure, you know, again, how I like this antagonistic relationship. These two people are so at each other's throats kind of thing. Well, they're bickering. They bicker all the time. And, I'm not sure how I feel about that. Like, if I'm going to like that. I'm hoping it changes sooner rather than later, but I guess we'll see. I'm going to read a little bit more tonight because, again, I didn't get super far, but I did start that. So that's where we're at. That's what we purchased. I still have a book that's outstanding. I was supposed to get a book today that didn't show up yet. So I will show that to you if it ever decides to show up. Or at least it didn't show up before my parents called me. I forgot to double check after I got off the phone with them. So I will go check that. If it's here, then I will come back on. But if not, you will see it tomorrow when I finish this vlog out. So anyway, I will check in with you later. Hey guys, so it is only 7:30, but I'm not reading tonight. I don't really feel like it. I'm just watching BookTube. I'm just having a fun time. I think I just read so much today at work. Well, I listened all day at work that my brain is fried. Anyway, and anyway, so I did get my last book. I'm trying to see how I can show it to you with stuff in my hand. Sorry, the kitty's on me, so it's all right. I did get Sword Heart by T. Kingfisher. This is the last book coming in for February. So I have bought so many books this month, but this is a pre-order. It has really pretty sprayed edges. It has a sword on this cover. Anyway, this is one of the T. Kingfisher's fantasies that I haven't read, but I've heard really good things about, and I've always wanted to buy it, but I never could find a copy I was willing to buy because the indie published one was always so expensive everywhere I looked for it. So I never bought it. But then it came out with a really pretty copy. I did not need this. But this was when I was bought before I pretty much told myself I wasn't going to buy many hardbacks anymore. You know, because again, I used to never buy hardbacks except for Tad Williams and Gail Carriger. And then, you know, the last couple of years, all the special editions have kind of blown up. And I started buying hardbacks again. And I don't like them. So I need to stop. And only have them for very special books or special certain authors. And so this is not like a buy that I really should have made. But I did on the pre-order sale. So it's here. I got it. And I hopefully will enjoy it. I know it's a fantasy romance following a woman who I think is going to be forced to marry somebody for some inheritance or something. And she goes to off herself to get out of the situation. The sword comes alive and there's some guy in it. I don't know. I've just heard really good things about this over the years and I've always wanted to read it. So I got that. So again, not my best buy, but it is here. So anyway, Cooper is here and wants me to relax. So I'm going to go put this away in my huge book haul stack. I have so many books. It's going to be a long book haul video that I'll do sometime next week. But I'm really looking forward to that. But again, that is the last of the books coming into my house. I do have a couple pre-orders for March, and I am going to try to really, really stick to not buying anything willy-nilly, because obviously this month was not that month. This month was a let's buy everything under the sun because I could, and I surely shouldn't. I mean, again, it's not like I'm putting myself in debt or I'm overspending to the point where it's damaging me. I'm just spending money that I was supposed to save for my trip. So this month, nothing got saved. So that wasn't a great thing since I'm paying for it next month. I mean, I have money put away for that. I just meant I was hoping to kind of, get more money so, to pay myself back for the trip, as well as money for while we're on the trip, like when we're there. Anyway. And again, I'm going to Alaska in a couple months during the summer. So I'm really excited, but now I'm like, money. Anyway, so March is going to be a really tight month for me. I'm going to try to at least get 1 month where I have low buy for me on many things. I'm not going to say zero because that would be stupid. I would go, if I said a book buying ban, I would panic and freak out and I'd buy more books than I did this month. So, but we just don't want to I don't want to buy much of anything. I really want to be low numbers. And I would like to actually read more books off my shelf than I bought, but that hasn't happened in a really long time. And even though this month I have read over like, sorry, my phone just did something weird. I don't know if that worked or not. Phone's about to die. Anyway, I have read so many books off my shelf this month. I've done a really good job of reading like, I think 22, 23 books off my shelf, but then I bought like 40 books. So I never win. I never do the 1 for 1. I'm always way over whatever I read. I always don't quite double, but it is so close. It's like 1.5 times. So I just never go the right direction. Anyway, so, okay, I gotta obviously plug the phone in, so, because it's been a busy day. Anyway, so I will check in with you guys probably tomorrow, to close out the vlog. We'll see what I get done, because right now I'm not reading. And, as I said, I listened to a lot of audiobooks yesterday and today, so we'll see how I feel tomorrow. Although I really want to listen to Leather and Lark, but we have some company things on that might happen tomorrow, so we'll see. I might get time, I might not. We'll see. Anyway, I will check in with you then. Hey guys, so it is Friday afternoon. It's just after 5. I've been home a little bit. I had to go get the mortgage check from my brother to finish the bills. Anyway, yeah, because I forgot today was the 28th and it was the end of the month. I mean, I knew it, but my brain didn't think that. Anyway, when it came to bills. Anyway, so that's all taken care of now. We're done. So the cats are kind of stalking me in here because I came home and then dropped my stuff and then went over to my brother's house and then I petted my brother's cats, and so they're both here and they're kind of circling me like sharks. Anyway, yes, Cooper. Yes. Anyway, so I'm just gonna continue on here. So, I'm probably gonna end the vlog here. I know I could probably do tomorrow, but I have a lot of stuff I want to get done tomorrow and I don't want to have to think about, vlogging. So I think, I'm gonna put this up on Saturday, as in the first of the month, and then I won't have another update of what I'm reading. I mean, unless you follow me on Instagram or Goodreads, I won't have one until, the Sunday after, on the 9th, which unfortunately is daylight savings time. So I'll lose an hour that Sunday, which will hurt. But so I thought I would just wrap up where I'm at on things right now. I totally forgot one of my books, but whatever. We're not going to worry about it right now. Let's talk about so last night I didn't read anything at all. I just didn't feel like it and I didn't push it. I am still reading, I still have next to me, Beg, Borrow, or Steal by Sarah Adams, which I will read at some point. I don't know if that's the book for me right this minute. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Again, it's a situation that I have to kind of get over the bickering. And, cause there's fun bickering and then there's not so fun bickering. And I'm not sure where I land on that one yet. And I love her writing and I love her small town and, and everything, but there's just something about that one yet. I haven't been drawn in yet. And so I think this weekend I will read some more of it and I will get into it, but we'll see how tonight goes. I'm not sure I'll read anything, but I'm only at 40 pages, 44 pages, I think, on that one. So, I didn't read anything last night though. So that's where I'm at physically, what books I'm reading. So today I did listen to Leather and Lark by Bryn Weaver. So I did continue the Ruinous Love trilogy, and I really enjoyed this. I didn't like it as much as Butcher and Blackbird. I think that there are some humor differences due to the characters and their experiences and things, but there is still a lot to think. There's still a couple times I laughed out loud. So I would say that this was still a really good, solid read. I really still enjoyed my time with it. I laughed. The narrators on this one are Samantha Brentmore and Eric Nolan. They also do the third book. So it is difference of audiobook narrators, but it wasn't too bad. So, I mean, again, they're different characters, so it didn't matter to me. I like this one because, again, we're dealing with serial killers, but different kinds compared to the first one. So it was kind of fun. We have one's more a contract killer, and then the other one is kind of the same of, taking out people who are bad. So, she called it something else. She was what was it? It was like the leader or something like that. I don't remember now. It was funny. I'd have to find it. Anyway, it was just, I think overall I liked it. Again, it was a much more enemies to lovers situation in this one, due to things that happened in the very beginning, and it took a while for them to get over that. And then I did not know that this was a fake marriage. I had no idea that was, I mean, it says right on the back, but no, I did not read the back. I just went into this book blind because I had so much fun with the first book that I just picked it up and went. So, I really enjoyed this overall. As I said, I think this is a solid read. Again, I think Butcher and Blackbird, is my favorite of the two so far, of the books I've read. So it should not surprise you that I started Scythe and Sparrow, just before I left work. So I listened to it a little bit on the way home. This one is also narrated by Samantha Brentmore and Eric Nolan, but it's going fine so far. This is following the last of the Kane brothers, Fionn, and this is following Rose, who works in a circus, and she is the serial killer, and he is a doctor with brothers who are serial killers. It's great. Anyway, I'm only 40 pages in, so I don't know if I'll listen to any more tonight. I did get the audiobook with a credit because I had a couple extras, so I thought, well, I might as well use it for what I'm going to enjoy. And as I said, I have really enjoyed this series so far. So I did not expect to binge this series when I started Butcher and Blackbird yesterday, but I'm really glad I did. Anyway, so I'm hoping that over the weekend, or if not, then Monday, I will finish listening to this. Just depends on how much during the weekend. I don't listen to audiobooks much during the weekend a lot of times. I just because I listen so much during the week. But I will be in my car a few times going to get coffee because I have to cut back on coffee. So this is my last kind of weekend to let myself go get coffee. Because Monday's going to hurt because I'm going to start exercising again and cutting back on buying. Like I said, I'm going to do kind of a low buy month in March. We'll see if that actually works. But I'm really enjoying this one so far. But again, I'm not very far. But I'm really, really enjoying this so far. So I am going to continue that, as I said, and then hopefully work on Beg, Borrow, and Steal. And then, going into March, I am going to start my buddy read with Berna on Saturday. Kitty, you're distracting me. Saturday. So we start tomorrow. The Labyrinth House Murders. And then I think I'm going to wait for one of my mammoths not to start it until after I finish Scythe and Sparrow, because it's on audio from the library. Into the Wilderness by Sarah Donati, I think. I don't know. So I think I'm going to start with that as the audiobook for a mammoth. And then, as I said, in Labyrinth House Murders is March Mystery Madness. And so we'll start with those. I'm not sure where I'll go from there. So again, I do have my Goodreads and my Instagram listed down below if you want to see, like, as I finish things, because usually when I get home from, you know, I do get those at least marked in here. Anyway, so I think that's it. This video is, you know, pretty good size. I think I did fine. It was, I mean, I did do a good fare of reading and listening, and I did buy some stuff, and I did get some books in. But, why are you biting me? Cooper is just upset. So, anyway, I'm going to go sit on the couch with him after I put on my sweats, and we're just going to have a nice weekend. I have lots of things I have to do this weekend, just personal stuff. So, you know, like my taxes, which I keep putting off. But anyway, we'll see what I get done. I guess we'll see. So anyway, that's the end for vlogging for February. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I will think about doing it again in another month, maybe April, maybe May. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how it all goes. Just matters how March goes, because again, yeah, that's going to be a low buy month. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I got to go. Cooper is just now kind of clawing and biting at me. So I got to go. And Truman is being a good boy. So I don't even see him in here. He's waiting for me. So anyway, hope you guys had a good reading month. I did. February, I read a lot of books, more than I planned to. And I did read a lot of my books that I own. Just unfortunately, I bought a lot of books too, so it kind of offsets what, like, not in a good way of what I accomplished, which was so sad. Anyway, so I will, again, I'll have my book haul probably up sometime midweek. And then, as I said, I will be back for, weekly update, next Sunday. So anyway, I will see you guys later. Bye.